Hey everybody, I am currently at Toronto Pearson International Airport, and I've just gotten back from Vegas about 4 hours ago, 3.5 hours ago. So met up with Scott for dinner. Here's a good tip at Pearson International Airport. Some people don't know this, but there are three restaurants that are on the public side of the airport. So when you pass through in Terminal 1, the check-in desks, if you go down aisle 3, there's a Paramount Fine Foods, there's a Swiss Chalet, and there's also a Subway that's there, in addition to a Starbucks as well. So if you need to grab a meal because you're meeting up with a loved one or just want to have a meal at the airport, etc., you can do that. So we did that, went to Swiss Chalet, and then now I am at the International Maple Leaf Lounge, where I had a shower, which was wonderful. I needed that. I'm running on fumes right now, and definitely needing a little bit of pep to go on the plane. And from there, off to London Heathrow, boarding at 10:20 or 22:20. This is the first time I've done this late a flight going to Europe. Normally I've left 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the evening. However, this one's very late. It leaves at 11:05 p.m. and arrives at 11:05 a.m. apparently. So maybe a little bit earlier, depending on how we get to how the flight goes and all that stuff. So should be. I'm expecting this to be an interesting experience. I assume it's dinner on the flight. I don't think it'll be breakfast. It doesn't make sense to be breakfast. So I think it'll be dinner, and then it'll be the spice loaf. Yes, the dreaded Air Canada spice loaf. That's kind of meh or whatever. So we'll see how this goes. Some of you were probably wondering about my immigration fun going to Vegas. So I'll talk a little bit about that. Actually, I'll do that now. I was going to do another video about that. Essentially what happened is I've applied for work status in the United States. I've had it for many years. It's a key part of me being able to do consulting in the United States and other similar work. I applied. Apparently as of April 1st, the process for where you can actually apply changed. So apparently you cannot do it at a port of entry now. You have to do it at a U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, I believe, service center. So that means my immigration lawyer needs to file that paperwork. Now the guy said, hey, you could enter on a B1 work status, or sorry, B1 status, I believe. I don't believe it's visa. So I got a letter, went back in, tried entering the same day. I was initially told that yes, you'll be allowed, and then apparently a higher up manager said, no, you're not allowed. So great. So what do? Talk to my lawyer, talk to my work immigration team, and got a letter, got the okay to travel, rebooked all my flights. So originally I was supposed to leave Vegas for London, come back through Detroit, and then home to Toronto over the next 2 weeks. Ended up canceling the flights on the recommendation of my lawyer, did Toronto-Vegas return, and now I'm doing London Heathrow return on Air Canada. So my Virgin Atlantic experience is not happening. Oh well. Vegas went very well. And I'm hoping the next 2 weeks in the UK and Belgium go well. So next weekend I am heading into London for Record Store Day very early in the morning, and then I am finally catching the Eurostar to Belgium. I was hoping to go to Brussels specifically. I was hoping to go to Paris, but unfortunately Paris was double the price. So not doing Paris this trip. Going to head to Brussels, where my cousins lived for essentially a year in 1985, 1986, and check out some of the places that I've heard about and all that stuff. So Paris will have to wait till May, depending on what happens with Brexit. So hopefully, don't get me started about Brexit. So, all right. Anyway, I will catch everybody on the flip side.